Welcome back to our Red Founder interviews. Here's part 3 of Arthur's interview with Jacky and their story of developing the Unique Jacky micro enterprise, providing sensory toys and activities, videos and storybooks for our neurodivergent community.
Because we refer to work and we think work is something you do 9 to 5. People forget about the fact that work is not just about the work that you do. It's obviously you want to be doing something that you like, that you feel like you're contributing and making a difference. But that social connection that we have with each other is so powerful. And it's what, and that's why a lot of people, when they retire, they find themselves being removed from those sort of social networks that you create at work and everything. So
yeah, I think that was a huge part for me of why I ended up crashing so badly, was because my work had consumed my whole life basically, and so all of my social connections were with work. And when I and being autistic, I didn't have friends outside of that environment. So when I left work or wasn't able to do that anymore, I no longer had those connections and those things, which is one of the reasons why I crashed so hard. This business and Red is also why I managed to get out of that crash and out of that burnout, because I was able to connect with the community in a very different way, and in a way that I still felt connected and still felt part of it without having to have that pressure of physically meeting certain standards or anything. So my market communities have been amazing. There's no way I would have had the confidence or the ability to be able to seek out new sort of community groups and things if I hadn't gone through the process I had with the business and with Red. So it's kind of helped me in a lot of ways that I didn't even realize. I'm going to be hopefully promoting some of my artwork, as like my paintings as well, because it's more of a surf theme. So I'll be doing a little bit of both. I always have my thingies with me, but I will also be selling some of my paintings and things as well.
So you're doing paintings? I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, I don't usually sell them anymore, but I still do it for me. So because it's a local market, I thought that was a nice one to sort of like get in, and it's kind of the artwork that I don't mind if I sell or not, like, because I quite like it myself. So yeah. But yeah, I've always been a painter and a crafter and always done something, whether it be with my work or at home. So yeah, most of the paintings in my house are my own paintings.
You don't have anything you can show us, do you?
This is one from that's finished. Sorry, I don't know if the reflections kind of getting it, but yeah.
Okay,
so that's one of my poor art ones. I've got some more, but they're kind of not accessible at the moment. Like I've got them either stored or yeah. So that was one of my poor art ones that I did when I was having problems with my wrist, so I wasn't actually able to hold a paintbrush. So I expanded out and started doing poor art to sort of accommodate my disabilities. So now I've had surgery on my wrist and strengthened it a bit. So still not 100%. I still got to be careful with it. So but I can hold a paintbrush now again. And but that's also one of the reasons why my book took so long to write and do, because I can't hold a pen or type for very long. Like, so I've kind of got a limit per day how much I can use my wrist before it goes, no, not anymore.
No, and that tells a story. It's great to be able to keep those paintings and probably keep a few of them, because it tells a story of when, you adapted and changed, without using the brush, but starting to pour, but to continue to actually do what you're doing and paint in a different way to be able to still achieve what you're wanting to achieve, which is really, really important, the whole piece. We always talk about in life about being agile, but being adaptive along the way as well. And that's a key one right there. The Red program, in terms of how it's helped you, what are some of the Well, apart from the fact that it's helped you from being able to give you that sense of purpose to get out and do, socialize and engage in the community more, from getting your business up and about, what are the 2 or 3 key things that you think you saw real value in the program? Is there 2 or 3 things that you think stand out? Could be one.
Yeah, the first one that comes to mind is the elevator pitch that I got taught. I'd never heard of anything like that, and that coming up with that in one of the, I think it was a Red workshop I did.
Yes.
I still use that pitch. Like, it's been several years later, and that is my main thing when people come up. I still use that elevator pitch. So I have found that one of the most valuable things ever that I could have come across. Yeah, so it's become this thing that just goes around with me everywhere and sort of sells my products without me having to think too much about it.
Without putting you on the spot, tell us your elevator pitch. Because it's great for people to hear it.
Yeah, so I think I did it at the beginning, but it's like, basically it's these are I sell sensitive toys, and these are my thingies. So a thingy, you squeeze or pat a thingy, and it makes the thingy happy, and then that happiness rubs onto you, and that's pretty much it. But it's like that's what gets people in, but yeah. The other thing, I think one of the other points that Red helped me with was focus on my products and look at, because in the beginning I had just like way too many things, and I wasn't really focused on any of them, and so I wasn't doing particularly well. So they got me to sort of focus on it and look at who my audience was, and where that, like, and from there where my audience was going to be, and sort of like looked at that sort of thing. So it turns out my audience is a lot of grandparents. That's sort of like that kind of, it seems to be my main audience. I do also have like children and what I call pester power. So the display kind of, yeah, this display kind of attracts kids, and their kids go back to their parents. They're like, I want. And yeah, I'm like, something that I used to discourage when I was working, and now I'm using it to my advantage.
That is brilliant. That is fantastic.
But it doesn't work with all parents. And if parents come in and say, oh, we can't afford it or whatever, I'll usually give them ideas of how, like, to the children, how they can like, save up their pocket money, or, give them a card or brochure, so they know where to come back to. And it's surprising how many of them actually do come back with it when they've had their birthday or their Christmas and things as well. So yeah. So I'll kind of take the lead from the parents, but if the parents aren't there, then I'm happy with Pester Power.
That's part 3 of Red's Unique Jacky story, and there's one more. When you're ready, please open part 4, the last video in this interview, where Jacky generously shares their experiences with us all, learn their opinions around belonging to the Red community, and their advice to others exploring their own micro-enterprise journey.